Maybe it's only in an alternative timeline, but I'll take the advantage of any opportunity to share the ring with Kurt Angle, win or lose. And as far as what happens if I stay in WWE, there's one more match I'll always wish for. Working with him, even if it was only briefly when he joined the new Nexus, made it abundantly clear to me that he would accomplish anything if he ever committed himself to it. A return to NXT gave him that chance, and soon Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family were the talk of the wrestling world. They arrived on the main roster, terrorizing any superstar that got in their way.
And Bray Wyatt calmly watches as his family members dismantle Punk.
That included me. And while I have a match at the 2013 Survivor Series that on paper says was against the Wyatt family, it didn't have Bray Wyatt in it. I never got to compete against him once he realized his potential. I would have loved to have the Fiend set his sights on me. The Fiend took wrestling places it had never been before by taking his opponents places they had never been before. If I had my way, I'd take on the Fiend at WrestleMania 37. And I'd look for solace in the one place that I know to be the great equalizer: Hell in a Cell. He was once in a lifetime. I'm thankful for the time we did have together. But until we meet again, we'll make it happen here in my showcase. CM Punk against the Fiend at WrestleMania. You can choose who you'll control. But once that door closes, there's no telling what will happen.
It all comes down to this: Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania. A demonic structure built with thousands of square feet of cold steel chain link. And tonight, it will be the battleground for CM Punk and the Fiend. Being a WWE superstar, you find yourself in a lot of dangerous situations. But right now, I don't think anyone is in a more dangerous situation than CM Punk. For the first time ever, guys, CM Punk will enter Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania.
We've seen Punk inside the cell before, but this is something else. Facing the Fiend on the grandest stage of them all. I can't imagine what's going through Punk's mind right now. He has got to be a bundle of nerves.
Yeah, Corey, separately, Hell in a Cell, WrestleMania, and the Fiend are all daunting presences to prepare for. But together, this has to be nearly impossible.
Legends, champions, Hall of Famers, all of them have left their matches against him different. Some scarred, some broken, but none of them have ever been the same again. And here he comes, the Fiend, begging for you to let him in. Tonight he looks to drag CM Punk deep into the darkness inside Hell in a Cell.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. You don't fight the Fiend, you survive him. Every opponent that has ever crossed paths with the Fiend has been changed forever.
Just look at those eyes, or whatever is hiding behind that mask. There's just pure evil.
This has never been about winning or losing for the Fiend. This has always been about destruction. And tonight, his evil gaze is locked on CM Punk.
can prepare for a wrestler. You can prepare for a fight. You cannot prepare for the Fiend. This being doesn't wrestle with logic. He doesn't wrestle with reason. He wrestles out of pure malice.
Not blinking at the tens of thousands here in attendance. To the Fiend, this isn't a punishment. This is his paradise. CM Punk is about to be locked inside the Devil's playground with the Devil incarnate.
You can hit the Fiend with everything you got, and he'll just keep getting back up. He feeds off the pain, and for as good as Punk is, he may find himself a broken man before he even realizes what's hit him. You can just feel how much tension is in the air here at WrestleMania. CM Punk facing possibly his biggest challenge to date.
There's really no telling what we're about to witness here with the Fiend. We've already seen a lot of diabolical mind games, and I'm sure those are far from over.
This match is going to change Punk forever. Whether he wins or loses, he'll never be the man he was before he entered the cell tonight and planted them with a well-executed DDT.
CM Punk and the Fiend facing off against each other at the event that brings out the best in each man. WrestleMania.
You speak the truth, Corey Graves. Every time Punk comes down that ramp at WrestleMania, his next level competitiveness hits an all-time high. That's why we've seen him have all-time WrestleMania classics against the likes of Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton, and The Undertaker. But as for the Fiend, I need only remind you of what happened last year at WrestleMania. The Fiend lured John Cena into the Firefly Funhouse match and destroyed the franchise both physically and mentally.
And since then, John Cena has not been seen in a WWE ring. Gotta wonder if CM Punk will suffer the same fate should the Fiend get his way tonight. This has to be such an uneasy feeling for Punk right now. He's usually trying to outthink his opponents.
Yeah, but how in the world do you outthink something that doesn't even think like a human? I think Punk's gonna have to rely on his speed and technical abilities here if he wants to remotely have a chance at being the Fiend.
This is just turning into a savage display of violence. The Fiend has no control here.
Punk fighting through the fear and putting a pounding on the Fiend. From the top rope, CM Punk connects with the elbow drop.
Punk might have put an end to the nightmare with that.
This is a situation you want to avoid. The Slam GTS for Punk.
It's all Punk's for the taking.
Two, and a kick out. No one saw that coming.
He is still alive. That kick out just proved it. Incredible.
And Punk might have just swung for the fences, but it wasn't good enough. And Punk is really putting the pressure on. Oh boy, those thumbtacks just being spread out.
A target you very much want to avoid if you can.
Propping him up in the corner.
And saw what was coming there. Momentum isn't completely out of Bray's side just yet.
Yeah, and I knew he was not going to deal with that for too much longer.
One step ahead there.
All these counters, it's like they're in each other's minds.
Punk never saw that coming. He finally found a way to bring things to a halt here.
Yeah, the Fiend getting some newly determined focus.
Now positioned on the top rope. Uh-oh. This is not going to be nice. This is going to be nasty.
It's all about winning, no matter what it takes.
Now finally shoved off the top.
Just decorated with all that sharp and painful glitter now. Death by 1,000 cuts.
Punk wasting no motion on the counter.
Just tearing into all that flesh, turning into a human pincushion.
He's rummaging for some sort of equalizer underneath the ring. And what need is there to go looking under the apron like this? He gets back into the ring. Hoisted up. Oh, no! Onto the thumbtacks.
Just immediately being stabbed by hundreds or thousands of tacks. I wouldn't even wish that on my worst enemies.
That would have been painful without landing on those tacks. I think they're going to go into shock after that. This is not good, fellas. Better steer clear. That bag has huge question marks surrounding it.
Got caught and got tossed for it.
Able to steer clear of danger there. Reorientating them in the corner here. Softened up opponent has no clue where they're at. This might wake you up in a bad, bad way.
Shoved all the way to the mat.
All those thumbtacks, they are going to look like chopped meat after that.
Dribbling the head on CM Punk. He got the shoulder up in time.
You expect these pins to last much longer at this stage in the match.
You can see every single thumbtack stuck on the skin, stuck on the gear. There may be nothing worse.
And again, it's the head taking the brunt of the impact.
I really don't think the skull can withstand much more of this.
Dodges the attack by pushing off.
Just tearing into all that flesh, turning into a human pincushion.
What a counter! Sent out of the ring the hard way. Looking to explore every inch of hell here now. A reversal! He saw that coming.
And a spear through the cell wall with a spear barreled right through the cell wall like a freight train. Do you have any idea how much force that just took?
Starting his climb up the cell with absolutely no fear.
He's as mad as a hatter climbing the cell. Nothing good ever happens on top of the cell.
He's made it all the way to the top of the cell. Spin kick to the midsection.
Right onto the punishing steel structure. It doesn't get any more brutal. Denied with an elbow.
Fiend eludes that.
Trading counters here.
Wants more from his opponent. Do not, my God!
You gotta be kidding me!
Both violent and beautiful. No other way to describe what we just witnessed here.
He's on the top of the cage. One misstep and it could be over.
He got himself in this situation, but how does he get himself out?
Clearly, the intensity of this match is only going up as these superstars are plotting the end of their opponent's career.
And he's climbing up the godforsaken cell.
He made the climb all the way to the top of the cell. What he does next could have major repercussions on the rest of his career.
Hopefully he reconsiders all this and climbs back down. Each blow from these superstars is just testing the strength of that cell.
I think it's only a matter of time before it gives way.
This has been an absolutely brutal match inside Hell in a Cell. I knew the Fiend and CM Punk were going to go to war here, but even for WrestleMania, this match has gone above and beyond. Time to go for, swinging the elbow to halt the offense.
Showing no concern for safety or common sense, just going to war on top of the South that was meant to contain them. He wriggles out of the danger zone there.
Float over neckbreaker. Picture perfect. Time to go for a ride. Oh, an exploder suplex. This situation is only getting more dangerous by the second.
Looking to cause as much violence as possible on top of the cell.
Here we go again. He made his point. Concentrate on the match instead of everything outside of it.
Fights out of it with the elbow to the gut. Look at this, going counter for counter. Ascending up the cell, but make no mistake, no matter how high you get, you are still very much in hell.
He's finally made it to the top of this demonic structure.
A date.
Oh, we know what's coming.
And Punk gets countered there. The longer this goes on, the more dangerous this becomes.
Yeah, the roof of the cell can only take so much chaos. Boom! Great in-ring IQ on display there.
He needs to be prepared.
Oh, a massive Uranagi there.
And I need to remind you, the roof of this cell was not built to withstand this. This will end badly.
CM Punk.
Fiend turns the table. Fighting at this altitude is extremely dangerous.
Yeah, I hope we have emergency medical staff nearby, just in case.
The carnage we've witnessed here at WrestleMania is going down in...
Oh, he's shoving it down his throat.
The Fiend stops his opponents dead in their tracks.
Is it enough to overcome Punk?
Kick to the gut creates separation. And it looks like he's coming back down, guys. And he's clearly got something on his mind as he ascends up the cell wall.
And listen to this capacity crowd. The anticipation is electric in this building.
His climb up the cell has paid off as he stands on top of it.
I don't know what we're about to see from him, but I know it's going to be good.
Neckbreaker after the float over.
That was pretty. You can cut the tension in the arena with a knife right now.
Every step, every move. He just crashed through the top of the cell.
He just hit the ground with such a bone-chilling thud.
Hopefully he'll show more signs of recovering soon. We can only hope he's okay.
What's it going to take to end it? It might be this.
Sleep. Now CM Punk needs to end this.
There's two. He kicked out at two.
Oh my goodness, that is as close as it gets.
Punk took his best shot, gave him everything he had, but just couldn't get the pin.
One counter met by another. Time to go for a ride.
Landing on the chair hard.
Landing on that chair might have just rearranged some body parts. Just decorated with all that sharp and painful glitter now. Death by 1,000 cuts. These two reaching a standstill with all these reversals.
Spiked him. And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now.
Fiend is getting the window shot at every opportunity.
Sound strategy going after the torso like this, making it extremely hard to breathe with each targeted attack.
Calculating the next move here.
Go to sleep.
Outlook is bad for the Fiend.
Going for the pin. Is this over?
CM Punk beats the Fiend.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
I don't know how on earth Punk was able to do it, but he's standing victorious over the Fiend here tonight.
Yeah, but does he really think this will be the end of the nightmares? I think it's just the beginning.
That's a nightmare that can wait until Punk goes to bed tonight. For now, he's just happy to defeat this monster on the grandest stage of them all.